Hi everyone, it's Karen. I just posted some pictures of cards that I just made. I didn't just make them. I just posted them. They're on my YouTube channel, I think. But one of the cards was this one. And I was asked to do a video on how I made it. So I also made this one. And this one is using more from the paper pumpkin kit than this one, but that's where I made them, was getting all those papers that I loved. So we are going to make this one today. And yeah, I'm dressed all slouchy today. I got presents to wrap. Had an unexpected trip to Florida that we won at an auction that we didn't think we'd won. It was just, we did it for my daughter because she works for a nonprofit. So anyway, we ended up winning it, and we had like 4 days to pack and get to Florida. So we just got back on Friday, and the weather in Florida was horrible. Because you can see I've got no more freckles, which is usually what I get, and a sunburn is also what I get, but I got neither. I do a lot of freckles, but anyway, it was cold, and it was rainy, and it was nice to have time away from the kids, but it was cold, and yeah, I was a little cranky, but not that much. So anyway, let's get started. I'm going to put you down and we'll get to work. Okay, so from the paper pumpkin, I'm going to move you guys a little bit. From the paper pumpkin kit, we have this crumb cake card already made for us. And the first thing you need to do is, out of any kind of paper, you want to cut it into 2-inch squares. And I have done that. Usually you need about 8 or 9, and usually not more than that, but usually 8 should do it. So when you cut the paper, the first thing you want to do is, some people fold it in half, and I like to do the corner first. I think because then I can actually get it as straight as it can possibly be. Because even though I cut it straight, it never ends up straight. So anyway, first corner to corner, open it back up, and go the opposite way, corner to corner. And after you've done that, open it back up, and then you're going to fold it in half. And you're going to open it again and fold it the other way. So basically you've got the 2 diagonal folds and the 2 in half. And that's all you need. So the first thing you're going to do is fold it in half. Once you fold it in half, tuck in, this one's, I used a little bit more pressure and got it all easy to fold. So the first thing you're going to do is fold it in half, and then you're going to push on the end and fold that. It will naturally go into that shape. So push on the end, and then now you have this. So the next thing you're going to do, it should be, I don't even know if I can, I work with my phone to videotape because I have no idea what else to use, and unfortunately I can't seem to get in too close with my stuff. So anyway, what you're going to do is fold this top corner, because when you fold it in half, that's what happens, you get the double piece. You're going to take that first one and fold it right into this corner. You want it straight up and down, and then you're going to do that to the opposite side. So this is the shape that you're going to make. We'll do it again and again until we all get it, because it's, you know, it looks really hard, but it's not. So we're going to take the 2x2 square, fold it at the diagonal, open it, fold it again, open it, fold it in half, open it, and fold it in half. So you just have those 2 corner to corner, and then in half and in half again. So once we get that, fold it in half, take your finger and push that in, take your finger and push it in on the other side, Squeeze it down tight because you want it to be, you know, that it's sticking up, and it'll get squashed in the mail. So if you think it's, you know, just way too high off the card, it will get squished down. So then we're going to take that top part of the fold and fold into the center and do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so again, 2 by 2, we're going to fold it. Oh, we should do corners first. So corner to corner, and then open it corner to corner, open it in half, open it in half, and then push in, and then I'm going to do this and then do one side and see if I can hold it closer for you. So this is what you're doing. This part, which looks just like this side, and you just fold it over. Same thing with this side. You're going to take it, see if I can see what I'm doing, and then I'll open it back up. And when you get it into the corner, you just push it, and that's it. So we've got 4 done, we've got 4 to go. And as long as you just remember the corner to corner, the half to the half, that's really the hard, well, the only other thing, oh, I didn't do this one in half. The only different thing really, or the most, I wouldn't even call it difficult, but is the, this little, after you do this part, where it's in half in the corners, the only thing that is something you just have to remember is only to take the top of the 2 on the side and just put that right in the middle. What I was going to show you on a different color, because I did also make the card like this, and this is from the Paper Pumpkin kit, and the leaves are from Paper Pumpkin, and that's about it. But I do start off trying to stay with Paper Pumpkin stuff, and then I find myself slowly drifting back to, yeah, get myself into trouble, because I just love all of Stampin' Up stuff. So if you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator, I would love to help you, and because I'm running out of time to get a customer, because if I don't get one soon, I'm going to have to quit, and I really, really don't want to. I love it, and but it gets expensive if you're your only client. So, all right, so this is a little bigger. I just want to make sure that you can see. So you're going to fold it triangle, and then we're going to fold it triangle the other way, and then we're going to fold it in half, and then we're going to fold it in half again. And then we're going to push, we're going to push, and then we're going to take, we're going to fold, and we're going to fold. And that's it. So, yes, getting back to my plight, I am a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and someone, I was asking, you know, people what I could do to help, you know, to get a customer, and someone, one of the people that watches my videos says, you know, we love everything you make, but you never say that you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator, and maybe that would help. And I thought to myself, yes, that probably would help. So I am now saying that I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. If you would like to purchase your supplies from me, my 24/7 store is scrap by scrap at stampinup.net, and I would certainly appreciate it. I think on my last video I, you know, sunk so low as to bribe people, and I'm not ashamed of that. And once again, $50 order, and I will bribe you. I will spoil you. You are not going to know what hit you, because you're just going to get stuff every week, and you're going to be like, why is she still sending me stuff? And it's part of the bribe that I'm offering. And I'm absolutely not ashamed to say that I am bribing people now. And I, yeah. And I'll do what I gotta do. I want to be a Stampin' Up demonstrator. And unfortunately, you know, there is an amount that you have to buy every month, as with every kind of sale like this. So, anyway, back to the card. So, I have Mossy Meadow Green on top of the crumb cake from the kit. And, well, let's put these guys together first. So what you're going to need is a bunch of glue dots and some kind of a pokey stick, which I've already lost the other piece to it because there's like a little spatula and a pointy part. And yeah, I've lost it, even though I have made myself and the other girls in my Stampin' Up group, I have made a pointy stick thingy holder. And then you put your other pieces in there that can't go in. And I still have managed to lose it. So if you'd like me to do a video on making up a holder for your little tool, I would be happy to. All right, so first thing we're going to do is you're going to take your first little, I don't know what you call it, and you're going to take this corner and you're going to tuck it underneath. So you are putting, these two will line up and they will make the together like a bigger going towards a circle. So this point of one right here and the same point of the other, and you're going to stick one under each. So then we're going to use our, oh, if a light would help. It's very dreary here in Massachusetts today. So what we're going to do is the part that we're going to add the other part to, you're going to stick a glue dot just right in the middle towards the center. And then you're going to take it again and you're going to line it up with the top. Sorry, I have to do it this way and then I will show you again. Okay, so you are going to make sure that the point of this one right here is at the same level of the point here. I don't know if that light is helping or harming. So anyway, you want to make sure that the corners all meet in the center. Oh, I certainly hope you can see this. If not, I will make another video. And so maybe you won't see this at all. So me telling you that I make another video, you don't really need to know, because you wouldn't know, because I would make another video and I wouldn't show this. Okay, so that's what we're going to do all the way around. And if you get glue stuck somewhere where it shouldn't be, yes, I have the answer for that. And it is somewhere on my desk. It is Undo, and it is this amazing liquid that when you pour it over anything, if you get two pictures stuck together and you don't know what you're going to do because it's a favorite picture of your child or grandparent that passed away, whatever it is, you can dump Undo on it. And all that will happen is that it will free the two pictures. I am going to do a video on it. I do have, Undo has sponsored, was going to sponsor me to do a video and a giveaway. So I have 2 bottles to give away to anyone that watches the video and does what needs to be done. And I probably am going to do that over Christmas because it's just too crazy to do it now. I don't know if anyone would even want to watch it right now or worry about where to get it and all that, because I would happily share all that info, but after Christmas. So anyway, keep going, and I have managed to mess it up, but you can always fix it. So anyway, you're just going to keep going around and around, and I probably should have had one of these already working and ready to go, but so what you're going to do is pull back the front that's folded over, pull it back, and stick your dot, which I did right about in the center of this. And then all you got to do is stick it between the two, which I've managed to glue together. It's amazing what you can do alone, that as soon as the camera goes on, nothing works how it's supposed to. Okay. And we're going to keep going and going until we get around. So, needless to say, being in Florida, unexpectedly, I was able to go on Amazon and get a couple of gifts through that way. And I don't know if you guys use Ebates, but yeah, it is the best thing ever, and next to the undo, of course. But if you log on to Ebates first and then log on to whatever site that you're going to, there's a list at eBay of what you can use that for, Ebates. And then after, like, I got an extra 14% off of my shopping at JCPenney this year. And so in addition to whatever coupons that you have for that store, you will also get the extra 14% or whatever it is, because it will be different for every company. But there are a ton of companies that are on there. You know, JCPenney, Sears, HSN, I mean, just a lot of them. There are tons. And then, like, when you're not least expecting it, all of a sudden, you get a check in the mail from Ebates. And I think last year I got an additional check after Christmas of $265. And that was, like, incredible. Who doesn't want that? So if you, if you want to try Ebates, you definitely should. Because at first, you know, of course, like everything, you think it's a scam because nobody does anything for no reason. And I'm sure they make money from whatever companies are on there. But you think, oh, what's an extra 3%? And yeah, an extra 3% is nothing. But when you add it with the 14% from JCPenney and the 12% from here or there, and, you know, some of them have an extra 20% at Christmas time. And then, you know, then you get a check, and it's like, who doesn't like a check? I certainly do. And you really didn't do anything to get it. You just kind of shopped, which I am very good at doing. Okay, so when you get to the end, you want to tuck it in, same way you did when you started, and that's when you get your little wreath. All right, so we have our little guy, and I had cut out just an oval from Whisper White, and I did not use Stampin' Up Thinlits because I have a bunch from, you know, a while ago before I did Stampin' Up. So, yeah, so I just used that, and, you know, whatever size, you can go right on to Stampin' Up, and I can log the numbers in for you so you know what they are if you would like to order them. Okay, so we are going to use this stamp set, which is Peaceful Noel, which is so pretty. And the stamps are really adorable, and I love it. So we are going to stamp the Noel. Take off my Merry Christmas. Okay, and I have my Mossy Meadow, which some people don't like, and I just don't get it because it's very pretty. It's like very rich looking. And I don't know if you can see, but we are going to stamp the Noel. And you want to do it off to the side because we are going to put this flower, or whatever we're calling it, kind of on top of it. So we just want to make sure that you know, it's out of the way. Also, let me clean off my stamp. I don't know if you guys got this chamois yet, but it's fabulous. And it cleans so fast. And you don't, as I say that, I'm not rubbing. It doesn't damage your stamps. And you're not using baby wipes, because I was a strong supporter of baby wipes and used them all the time. And then I started paying attention, which I have trouble doing. And I found out that all these little fuzzies were stuck to everything, my stamps, and I spent so much time taking all the little fuzzies off the stamps that I was just frustrated all the time. So, yeah, if you want to try that, it's a really great thing. Okay, so we've got our little holly leaves. So we're just going to put 2 on the top. Well, and of course, whatever you want to do. I put 2 on the top, this way first. And I put 2 on the bottom. And I love these new stamp pads. Oh, and I did want to make mention also that Stampin' Up! Has added more supplies to their clearance section. And I was on there earlier and realized I had tallied up a $250 order. So didn't actually place it, but I saved it, because you never know. And I really could probably cut it down and buy a little bit less. But I have a thing with paper and I have a thing with ribbon. And both of those are on there. And yeah, I managed to just grab hold of that. Okay, so now I am in the cherry cobbler and just putting my little berries onto my holly leaves. And it's great because they're all stuck together in a little group. You don't have to try and put little tiny dots where they need to be. So put this away. And there's a woman, she's also a demonstrator with Stampin' Up, and her name is Poodle. Well, that's not her name. Her name is Sam, but she goes by Poodles. And she has this thing where she says, don't put it down, put it away. So I'm trying to live by that motto with her. Okay, so I have managed to lose my little center of my flowers. And it's really just a brad with a little dot. So I do have these little sparkly gems that they're from Reflections, so I'm assuming I got them at Michael's, and they will work just as fine. But if you can use the brad, and I guess I could use any brad, and then just put the little sparkly thing on top. And I have so many brads and grommets and flowers, and that I just, again, that's when my husband says, is there a reason you have to have all those? And I just say yes, and he says, okay. So this is like just a 1/10 of them. I have these little cases that I got a long time ago, and you basically just put it on your wall and it, whatever. I'm going to be selling some if anyone is interested, because my wall space, my husband said, why don't we do over your craft room? And I was like, what? Of course. I think he thought I'd keep it clean. And I thought, oh, this is too small. But I thought also I would keep it clean. And I just don't know how it happens, but I managed to, and I know a lot of you guys do too, because I try to get my husband to watch everybody saying how messy their rooms are, but he doesn't want to. I think he really likes to definitely think that it's only me, and that's just not true. Okay, so we have this, we have this. We are also going to use the polka dot tulle ribbon. This comes in white. It also comes in the very vanilla. So we're just going to cut. And what I should have done, and I probably can still do it because I have undo, but oh, I don't need it, is what you want to do is put it across the bottom and then tuck your ends underneath your mossy meadow layer, because then you don't see it. You can actually probably be better off if you put a little glue dot right there, and then, yeah, see, it's going to come off. So you want a glue dot. Just easier said than done. And then when you stick it underneath, it has something to hold it there. Okay, play that way, that's fine. Okay, so then we are going to stick down our Noel. And here we go. Then before we put this down, we want to put our leaves in. And I did 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom, which is right here at 2. And I also, as you probably have noticed, flipped it over to the white side. I just didn't like the green with the green, and I didn't want it to get lost on the page. So that is what I did. That does not mean that has to be what you do. So let me see where I put them. So I just put one at the top, and you can, you know, have it fall over your little holly leaves. That's fine. And I'm going to put a little bit here. Put another one. And this is another thing I have a ton of left from my paper pumpkin boxes, is these leaves. And I've used them a ton, but yet they are still got plenty. And I also have taken the leaves, leaving it upside down, the white part, and then I was just opening, I think I did it with Old Olive, and I just kind of sat it on top of the ink pad. Of course, the cover will be up, and I just patted it, and it took the color right away. It was great. Okay, so I'm just going to glue. Oh, there's my little guy. He didn't stay on. And I will probably end up redoing that because the little guy looks very sad. So basically, that is the card. And I really hope, I don't know if this light helped or not, I'm hoping to get a camera that I would be able to do some zooming in and some editing, because I don't know how to do that either. But I'm trying. So anyway, make sure all of your little things are going the right way. And that's really all there is to it. And that is the card. So, hang on, let me see. Oh, that actually looks better. So, I hope that you like this card, and I hope you'll try it out. And, yeah, so I have a video to make for making these little holders, and there's a couple more cards that I want to make before Christmas. And I wanted to also try and see if you guys could see this maybe in a different light. I had put the stocking through the tufted embossing folder, and it really looks quilted. It's so pretty, and you can see it, you know, in person when you're looking at it. I just don't know if the camera catches it or not, but it does look really nice if you want to give that a try. I kind of just drew it myself, but I could figure out a pattern if anyone would like it. So, put you back up. So I hope you enjoyed this, card, and I hope you make it. We're running out of time, and I haven't done mine all yet either. And yeah, if you would subscribe, that would be great. And if you hit the bell, you'll know when I do put out a new video. And again, my 24/7 shop with Stampin' Up is Scrap by Scrap. at stampinup.net. And I certainly would appreciate your business. So you'll see me probably a couple more times this week because I do have some requests to get things out, and I will certainly do my best. So I appreciate you stopping by. Have a great week.